Good morning, friends and students. Today's topic is tenses in English grammar. There are 12 tenses. English tenses can be helpful in learning English language from scratch. There are three main types of tenses which give an idea of time when the incident mentioned in a statement takes place. I am going to give you lots of examples. I know that going over 12 tenses all in one session today is not an easy task. I am going to teach you all of the English tenses. So many of you have been requesting a tenses video, a video on tenses, an elaborate video on all tenses. I say go big or go home. That's a great saying. It means either put in all your efforts or do nothing at all. Go big or go home. I would personally rather put in all in an easiest way. You will walk away from this lesson with a much better understanding of English grammar. Now, before we get started, I have also got something really important to mention, especially if you are extremely serious about taking your English grammar and your knowledge of English tenses to the next level. Watch this video till the end. You will master the English tenses, the present, the past, and the future. I will teach you them with a detailed grammar explanation videos, mind maps for every tense, lots of examples for each tense, and story writing, a write up for each tense, and then clue words or whatever you say, signal words or keywords for each tense, reviews of the tense. The tenses are the building blocks of English language. You can't progress if you don't know them, so why not go for it? You can interact with your friends in English after watching this video. Tenses in English. There are 12 tenses, 4 in simple present, 4 in simple past, and 4 in simple future. Let's study these tenses in a detailed way. In simple present, we have 4 types of tenses: present continuous, present perfect continuous. In simple past, we have 4 different types of tenses: past continuous, past perfect continuous, and same is the case with simple future, future continuous, future perfect continuous. And each tense has been given an example, and each tense has also been given the structure of the tense. For example, look at this simple present tense example: I eat chocolate. The structure is subject plus verb, that is a V1, that is the first form of the verb, plus object, that is the structure of the sentence which is in simple present. And then present continuous example is I am eating chocolate. The structure is subject plus am or is or are plus verb plus ing form of the verb or the present participle plus the subject. Then past perfect, I have eaten chocolate. Subject plus have or has plus verb 3, that is past participle form of the verb plus object. Then present perfect continuous, I have been eating chocolate. Structure is subject plus has or have plus been plus verb plus ing, that is ing form, again present participle plus object. Then simple past tense. If we come to simple past, we have an example: I ate chocolate, and the structure is a subject plus verb 2, that second form of the verb, that is past form of the verb plus object. Past continuous, I was eating chocolate. The structure is subject plus was or were plus ing form of the verb, that is present participle plus object. Then past perfect, I had eaten chocolate. Structure is subject plus had plus verb 3, that is past participle plus object. Then past perfect continuous, I had been eating chocolate, and the structure is a subject plus had plus been plus past participle plus object. Then simple future, I will eat chocolate, and the structure is subject plus will, sometimes shall, plus verb 1, V1, first form of the verb plus object, future continuous. I will be eating chocolate, and the structure is subject plus will plus be plus verb plus ing plus object. Future perfect, I will have eaten chocolate, subject plus will plus have plus verb 3, that is past participle plus object. And then the last one, future perfect continuous, I will have been eating chocolates, and the structure is a subject plus will plus have plus been plus verb plus ing, that is present participle plus object. So these are the 12 different kinds of tenses in English, with examples for each one, and the structure for each one. This is just an overview of all tenses. Let us study these tenses one by one in a detailed way, with lots of examples, with mind mapping, so that you can remember forever once you watch, and then lots of exercises, and then a write up for each tense, or a story for each tense, and many more. Please continue watching this video till the end. Don't forget to subscribe this channel. Let us observe the structure of a simple present tense. The structure is subject, verb, object. The verb must be in its first form, that is the V1 form of the verb. The affirmative or positive sentences do not take any auxiliary verb, whereas the negative sentences do take auxiliary verbs. And interrogative sentence also take auxiliary verbs as well as the main verb. Look at these examples in affirmative or positive sentence. I like coffee, you like coffee, we like coffee, they like coffee. And then he likes coffee, she likes coffee, it likes coffee. In these three cases, he, she, it, we have added es to the verb. Why we add es to the verb? That is the agreement between the subject and the verb. If you want to know detail about this agreement, watch my video on this topic. And then in a negative sentence, I do not like coffee, you do not like coffee, we do not like coffee, they do not like coffee, he does not like coffee, she does not like coffee, it does not like coffee. And in interrogative sentence, do I like coffee, do you like coffee, do we like coffee, do they like coffee. And then in third person singular, does he like coffee, does she like coffee, does it like coffee. Look at this mind mapping chart of simple present tense. This mind mapping chart helps you a lot in remembering the keywords, whatever you call it. Somebody call it clue words, somebody call it signal words. While identifying a sentence, these clue words or signal words or keywords play a major role to decide whether the verb should be modified into a present tense or present continuous, present perfect, and so on. And let's see the keywords. The keywords are generally, always, every day, daily, normally, usually, often, never. And the keywords that are at your left side of the screen, they are general truths, like the sun rises in the east, proverbs like honesty is the best policy, sayings, quotations, habits, daily routine, facts, etc. Remember, this mind map helps you to identify how to modify the verb by using these signal words. These signal words, I tell you again, play a major role. Remember these words. Whenever you find these words while modifying a verb, remember that must be a simple present tense and apply it. You will never fail if you apply these signal words. Watch this video till the end to have a better understanding and the topic being learned. Please subscribe this channel. Simple present tense is also used in exclamatory sentences beginning with words like here and there to express what is actually taking place in the present. For example, here comes the bus, there she goes. It is also used to indicate a future event that is a part of plan or arrangement. For example, we go to Delhi next week, they leave for London by the next flight. Simple present tense is also used to introduce quotations. For example, Keats says, "A thing of beauty is a joy forever." It is also used in broadcasting commentaries on sporting events. In order to reinforce or reconsolidate your learning, let's practice with a worksheet using simple present tense. First sentence: my mother usually dash within bracket. There is a verb, base form of the verb get up at 6 o'clock. My mother usually dash up at 6 o'clock. The answer is my mother usually gets up at 6 o'clock. My mother usually gets up at 6 o'clock. Remember, there is a signal word in this sentence, usually. This tells us that this sentence belongs to simple present. Another example: my dad usually drinks coffee in the morning. My sister sings really well. This is a fact. And then the fourth one: I dash within brackets be a medical student. Be form of a verb. I am a medical student. I am a medical student. The fifth one: my grandmother lives in Kerala. Sixth one: my little daughter adores her dolls. Seventh one: my son draws a beautiful picture. Eighth one: Supriya helps her mother in the kitchen. It's a daily routine. That's why simple present is used. Ninth one: Rohan works at supermarkets. It's a regular work. Rahul earns his six-figure salary. You are the most wonderful person I have ever met. The 12th one: do you know the answer? Do you know the answer? Whenever you find within brackets be, that means you have to use be form of the verbs like am, is, are, was, verb. And another worksheet on simple present tense: dash you happy, interrogative sentence: are you happy, dash I getting the best support, am I getting the best support, then my sister does not eat fish or meat, then do your mother like your buddies, next, do you know how to swim, etc. One: how often do you work out? 19th one: do you have many friends? Next, 20th one: they are from Switzerland. Next, where does he live? 21st one. And 21st one again: Peter visits his grandparents once a month. Jack does not live with his parents, and many more. Here is a story written in simple present tense. I always wake up at 7 o'clock in the morning. Then I wash my face and brush my teeth. After that, I do some exercise. Then I put my clothes on and prepare my school bag. And next, I have my breakfast and wait for the school bus at 8 o'clock. I go to school and start my first class. Then I go to second class and I take my lunch usually with my friends and comes back to home at 6 o'clock. Do some homework and then watch TV for some time, help my mother in her kitchen, and then go to sleep. Here is another story written by using all verbs in a simple present. Take a screenshot, read it in your leisure time so that you can learn how to use a simple present tense more effectively. Proverbs and sayings are in simple present tense. Many hands make right work. Strike while the iron is hot. Honesty is the best quality. The grass is always greener on the other side of the fence. Don't judge a book by its cover. An apple a day keeps the doctor away. Better late than never. Now let's take another tense, present continuous tense. The structure in this tense is subject place, helping verbs like am, is, are, plus verb plus ing. There is ing form of the verb, that is present participle plus object. For example, he is laughing within brackets now. That means he is laughing now, right now, at the time of speaking this sentence. He is laughing. She is crying at the time of speaking. I am reading a book. That means at the time of speaking. These are some of the examples in present continuous tense. Read again. I am reading a book. He is crying. He is laughing. All the sentences. Present continuous examples. The children are going to school. The boys are playing in the park. The baby is crying out loud. It's raining now. I am cooking pasta for lunch. Miss Peters is teaching the class. Present continuous tense uses to talk about ongoing actions. Example, Ravi is playing football outside. Raju, my elder brother, is sitting next to me. My father is laughing madly, probably at something my mother said. Some boys are arguing outside. Nobody is looking at me. And again, to talk about actions planned for the near future. For example, we are leaving for the party in the evening. I am going to Lucknow next week. Are you coming home this weekend? They are throwing a party this month. Uses of present continuous tense. To talk about current trends, to talk about changes. When there is a new trend or a change, we use the present continuous tense to talk about it. Example, people are not doing conventional jobs these days. Your English is getting better. My business is growing rapidly. Most people are learning towards using public transport today. No country is doing good in this corona time. And then to talk about repeated actions, the present continuous tense sometimes is also used to talk about actions that are repeated frequently. These actions are generally shocking or irritating. Words such as always and constantly are used before the verbs. Be forms here. For example, she is always arguing with her mother. They are always playing outside. Look at this slide. This slide tells you about the clue words or signal words or keywords for present continuous tense. There are two columns, one towards your left and one towards your right. Let us look first those that are towards your left. Right now, still, tonight, tomorrow, this morning, this evening, just now, and the words towards your right side. Now, at the moment, this week, for the time being, look, listen, at present. If you find any of these words, you can assume that sentence might be in present continuous and you can modify the verb accordingly when you find these clue words in a sentence while doing exercise, while doing worksheet, or while giving an exam in English grammar. Let us practice this present continuous tense worksheet with this worksheet. Dash, he sleep. The answer is he sleeping? Next one, John dash his favorite movie. John is watching his favorite movie. Next, Alice is shopping in the market. Next, Tom is not attending this party. Next, they are traveling around the world. Next, Mark is talking to his friend on the phone. Next, it is raining in the mountains now. They are enjoying the hot air balloon ride. I am visiting my parents. She is teaching French at the school. This is a worksheet. This helps you in practicing present continuous tense. Here is a story in present continuous tense. My name is Ronnie. This is our house. I am in the hall now. I am going to the kitchen. My mother is there. She is making the dinner. But I am very hungry. I want to eat something before the dinner. This is my mother. She is making the dinner. Roja is my sister. She is sleeping at the moment. Roja, are you still sleeping? Wake up. The dinner is ready. Be quick, Roja. We are waiting for you. And I am sure that my father is watching TV in the living room. Yes, my father is in the living room and he is watching TV. The dinner is ready, Dad. Okay, I am coming. So this is a story written using the present participle or the ing form of the verb. Next tense is present perfect tense. The structure is a subject plus has or have plus past participle, that is a third form of the verb, or V3 plus object. Examples: he has finished his homework just now. He has made a cake just now. I have given my exam just now. This means he has finished his homework just now, a little while ago. Present perfect tense uses: 1. A finished action, just finished. Focus on result. I have lost my keys, so I can't get into my house. She has hurt her leg, so she cannot play tennis today. They have missed the bus, so they will be late. The Queen has given a speech. I have just seen Lucy. The mayor has announced a new plan for the railways. These are some of the examples and uses. Uses of present perfect. We use this tense when we want to talk about unfinished actions. I have known Kiran since 1994. She has lived in London for 3 years. I have worked here for 6 months. Since and for. We use a since with a fixed time in the past, that is, since 2004, since April 23rd, since last year. I have known Sam since 1992. I have liked chocolate since I was a child. We use for with a period of time, 2 hours. For 2 hours, for 3 hours, for 6 months. I have known Julie for 10 years. I have been hungry for hours. Examples of present perfect tense. I have written articles on different topics. He has read various kinds of books. They have played football. She has taken coffee. She has gone to the library. We have shopped in this market. We have watched a movie in this cineplex. You have shopped in that market. Present perfect tense keywords or clue words or signal words. These signal words will help you in identifying the present perfect tense, and the signal words are those at your left side are just, yet, never, already, ever, so far, up to now, and those to your right side are recently, since, for, just now, a while ago, till now, not yet. These are some of the signal words that helps you to identify the present perfect tense. Some more example sentences in present perfect. I have listened to melodious songs. He has traveled around the world. They have played cricket in that field. The poet has written romantic poems. The lyricist has written realistic songs. Have you listened to realistic songs? I have not quarreled with you. Have you been to this place before? I have helped him to do the task. My mom has cooked beef with cabbage. I have watched the cricket match on television. Next tense is present perfect continuous tense. Structure is subject plus has or have plus been plus verb plus ing, that is ing form of the verb or the present participle plus object. Example sentences are: he has been learning music since 2020. She has been teaching English for 20 years. I have been living in this city since my birth. These are some of the examples of present perfect continuous tense. Uses of present perfect continuous. Actions which started in the past and are still continuing. To express these actions, we use present perfect continuous. Actions are the work which started sometime in the past and are still continuing. For example, Feroz has been working as a doctor for 2 years. Manoj and Dheeraj have been working as doctors for 2 years. Present perfect continuous tense examples. I have been writing articles on different topics since morning. He has been reading the book for 2 hours. They have been playing football for an hour. She has been finding the dress since morning. He has been studying in the library for 3 hours. We have been shopping at this fair for 2 hours. We have been watching a movie in the Cineplex for 2 hours. You have been shopping in that market for 3 hours. These are some of the examples of present perfect continuous tense. Present perfect continuous tense keywords, clue words, or signal words. To your left side, the whole day, the whole week, since morning, since 2020, since last year, since yesterday, and at your right side, lately, all day, since 1995, for 3 years, for 1 year, for 2 hours. These are some of the signal words or the clue words. These signal words will help you in identifying the present perfect continuous tense. The next tense is simple past tense. Structure of this tense is subject plus past verb. Past form of the verb or the second form of the verb or V2 plus object. Subject, uh, past verb plus object. Examples: he scored a century. She sang 100 songs. I gave my mobile to him. Rama killed Ravana. These are some of the examples of simple past tense. The structure is very simple. Subject, verb to plus object. Subject, past tense verb plus object. Uses of the simple past: actions finished in the past. Single or repeated. I visited Berlin last week. Series of completed actions in the past. First I got up, then I had breakfast, together with the past progressive continuous. The simple past is interrupted on actions which has progress in the past. Examples of simple past tense: I played football yesterday. She woke up early in the morning. You did not write a letter last week. So these are the signal words. Yesterday in the morning, last week, they went to the office early. Did you sing the song on stage? We ate pizza in the bakery shop. My father lived in California. She spoke good English to the interviewer. Here are some signal words or clue words for simple past tense. A day ago, a year ago, last night, last year, last month, yesterday, last week, a month ago, in 2010, this morning, last month. These are some of the signal words that helps you in identifying the simple past tense. Here is a story in simple past. It happened last week. I woke up late because my alarm clock did not ring. I got up quickly. and had a shower in a hurry. And as you guess, I did not have enough time to eat breakfast. I was driving my car fast in hoping I would not be late for work, and that prevented me from taking a good look at the traffic lights. Next tense is past continuous tense. Structure is a subject plus was or verb plus verb plus ing. That is ing form of the verb or the present participle plus object. Example: he was laughing, she was crying, I was reading a book. What is the past continuous tense? The past continuous tense is used in a sentence to represent an action or event that was going on in the past. In other words, it shows the progress of the action or event at a specific time in the past. The past continuous tense is therefore also called the past progressive tense. Then how to identify the past continuous tense? Signal words are only two, when and while. This is how we can identify a past continuous tense. There will be two past verbs in the sentence. Modify one verb to past continuous and the other one to simple past. The question is which one is past verb and which one is past continuous. Then question yourself, of these two verbs, which verb or work lasted for a longer period than the other one. Now change the long lasted verb into past continuous and the other one to simple past. So the work that lasted for a longer period must be transformed into past continuous and the remaining verb must be transformed into simple past. That's how we have to answer the questions if a say question given in past continuous tense. Examples to past continuous. The children were shouting when the teacher came in. It was midnight when it was raining. The baby was laughing when I came into the room. I was watching television when she called me. She was completing her work when her mother came back. The children were shouting when the teacher came in. Some more examples to past continuous. They were waiting for the bus when the accident happened. Caroline was skiing when she broke her leg. When we arrived, he was having a bath. When the fire started, I was watching TV. Look at the first sentence. They were waiting for the bus when the accident happened. In this, there are two verbs, waiting and accident. So, which verb or work lasted longer? Definitely, waiting for the bus took a longer time than the accident. That's why waiting for the bus was written in past continuous form. A small story in a simple past continuous. Story in past continuous. I wanted to go out, but it was raining outside. I was feeling tired of being trapped inside the house. I tried to play with my sister, but she was doing her homework. My father was reading his book, and my mother was watching TV. All the sentences are being written in past continuous. Next tense is past perfect tense. Structure is a subject plus a had plus third form of the verb, that is verb 3 or past participle plus object. Example: he had finished his homework. She had made a cake. I had given my exam. So finally, we can use the past perfect to show the order of two past events. The past perfect shows the earlier action and the past simple shows the later action. When the police arrived, the thief had escaped. Examples to past perfect. After Sophie had finished her work, she went to lunch. I washed the floor when the painter had gone. Harold had known about it for a while. I did not say anything until she had finished talking. After she had moved out, I found her notes. Before I knew it, she had run out of the door. So look carefully about each sentence. In each sentence, you find two finished works. One work finished earlier than the other. The work that had finished earlier must be written in past perfect. Keywords are signal words for past perfect tense: before, after, by the time, already. There will be two past verbs in the sentence. Modify one verb to past perfect and the other one to simple past. The question is which one is past verb and which one is past perfect. Then question yourself of these two verbs which work or verb finished earlier than the other. Now change the earlier finished verb into past perfect and the later one or the other one into simple past. Examples of past perfect tense. I had written articles on various topics before he came. He had read different kinds of books before you came. They had played football in that field before it started to rain. She had gone to the coffee shop before she came home. He had studied in the library before he came into the class. So look carefully. There are two past verbs. One completes earlier than the other. So the one that is finished earlier must be written in past perfect, the other one in simple past. Some more examples to past perfect. The baby had cried before her father came. Had the water boiled when you went kitchen. By the time I returned home, he had already left. When I came home, they had already eaten the meal. He began to run after he had seen the cat. I had never seen such a nice beach before I went to Hawaii. I had lived in London before I moved to Paris. She had washed her hands before she cooked the dinner. Did the students go home after they had visited the library? I returned home because I had forgotten my notebook at home. The next one is past perfect continuous tense. Structure is subject plus had plus been plus verb plus ing plus object. Example, I had been living, you had been going, she had been sleeping, he had been working, it had been raining. Examples to past perfect continuous. I had been working at the company for 5 years. When I got the promotion, Mamta had been walking 3 miles a day before she broke her leg. The program that was terminated had been working well since 1945. Simple future tense structure. Subject plus will plus verb 1, that is the first form of the verb or the base verb plus object. Example, she will write the email after lunch. Don't lift that, you will hurt yourself. I will see you tomorrow. You will get the answer by post. The simple future tense is used to refer to actions or states that begin and end in the future. These events have not happened yet, but will happen sometime in the future. I will meet her at the mall. The monkeys will eat any bananas that their handlers give them. Some more examples for simple future. I will meet him later. You will come. It will rain tomorrow. She will be late. He will help us later. We will get married in September. They will cook dinner. Future continuous tense structure. Subject plus will plus be plus verb plus ing plus object. Example, the baby will be playing the whole night. I will be helping my mother to make breakfast. Sheldon will be eating the cake later. Penny will be running the marathon tomorrow. Some examples for a future continuous tense. I will be writing the letter tomorrow. The baby will be playing the whole night. I will be helping my mother in to make breakfast. Sheldon will be eating the cake. Penny will be running the marathon tomorrow. She will be taking her dog for a walk. Future perfect tense structure. Subject plus will have plus a past participle, that is third form of the verb plus object. Example, boys will have played tennis by then. She will have studied hard during the exam. We will have written a letter. He will have run 2 kilometers. They will have scored a good mark in the examination. She will have cleaned their house. The future perfect tense refers to an action or state that will finish sometime in the future before some other event in the future. I will have cleaned my room before my parents come home. I will have cleaned my room before my parents come home. Some more examples for future perfect tense. I will have finished this book. You will have studied in English tenses. She will have cooked dinner. He will have arrived. We will have met Julie. It will have stopped raining. They will have left Japan. And the final tense, that is 12th tense, is a future perfect continuous tense. Structure is a subject place will have been place verb plus ing, that is present participle ing form of the verb plus object. Example, I will have been waiting here for 3 hours by 6 o'clock. By 2001, I will have been living in London for 16 years. When I finish this course, I will have been learning English for 20 years. Next year, I will have been working here for 2 years. Some more examples to future perfect continuous. She will have been shopping for the whole day. I will have been starting my startup since 2025. She will have been learning to drive a scooter for 1 hour. He will not have been going to the airport before 10 o'clock. Thanks very much for watching this video. Please subscribe this YouTube channel, give a like and share to others. Thank you. Bye bye. Good day.